Welcome all my dear student of TYVC physics class. In previous lecture we seen the list of operators and variables. I also told in previous lecture about the operators. Now here I am going to repeat once again very shortly, and then we are going to see every operators in details along with examples. In previous lecture we have seen that one of the most important feature of C programming language is that it has a very rich set of built-in operators. Okay. Operators, then what is operators? Operator is a symbol that operate on certain data types, and these operators are used in program to manipulate data and variables. We also seen about the list of or about the types of variable. For example, arithmetic operator, then assignment operator, then next one is relational operator, then logical operator, then conditional operator, then incremental and decremental operator, then bitwise operator, and last spatial operator. Now in this lecture we are going to see every operators one by one in details along with some examples. First of all, we are going to see arithmetic operator. What is arithmetic operator? The arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations. We know arithmetic operation like addition or an array plus, then second arithmetic operation is subtraction or an array minus, the next arithmetic operation is multiplication, then division, and last one is modulus division. Modulo division. Okay. And for this purpose the operators are used as plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulo operator. These are the operators and this is the meaning of every operator. Now we are going to see some examples of these arithmetic operators. Examples are divided into two groups. First one is arithmetic operation. Integer arithmetic. First is integer arithmetic. Integer arithmetic, that means arithmetic related to integer numbers only. And integer number means whole number. Okay. For this purpose, let A and B are these two variables. A and B, the two variables, and these variables are declared in the program like this. Integer A is equal to 18 and B is equal to 5. In this way we declare these two variables A and B in the program. Then we are going to carry out different arithmetic, that is mathematical operation, but specially arithmetic operation. First A plus B. What is the result? A is equal to 18 and B is equal to 5. Addition of these two variables gives us 23, that is A is equal to 18 and B is equal to 5. Then A minus B, second arithmetic operation, and this gives us the result 13. Then next operation, A into B, we have the result 90. Then A divided by B, the result is 3, and A modulo B, again result is 3. This is the division or quotient of two numbers A upon B. Here the result is truncated, decimal point is discarded, and here the result is remainder, and sign of the remainder is always sign of first operand, that is A. Okay. Now second arithmetic operator is floating point operator. Floating point arithmetic. Floating point arithmetic, that is real number. Real number means what? The numbers with decimal point, and hence we can say that floating point arithmetic involve operands of real type in decimal or exponential notation. Okay. The floating point results are rounded off to the number of significant digits specified, and hence final value is only an approximation of the corrected result. One thing should have to remember that, or you have to note that in integer arithmetic modulo division is applicable, but in floating point of arithmetic the remainder operator, that is modulo operator, like in integer arithmetic, is not applicable to floating point arithmetic. Okay, let us see the example of floating point arithmetic. Consider again two variables x and y. Declare this variable in your program like float x is equal to value of float, give any value, for example 14.0, and y is equal to 4.0. In this way we declared two variables in the program. Remember that 14 is integer number, but 14.0 is real number because it contains decimal point. 4 is integer number, but 4.0 is real number, and real number is nothing but floating point number. Okay. Now then floating, you see here after declaring the variable in your program like this, then carry out some arithmetic operation. First of all, A is equal to x upon y. That means take the division of x and y and assign the result to the variable name or variable A. Here value of A is 14.0 and value of y is 4.0. The result is 3.0000. Termination is essential. Okay. Now another operation, b is equal to y upon x, and this is 4.0 upon 14.0. The result will be like this, 0.287143 or 285714, like this. Okay. All these are the floating point arithmetic. Or take one more example, c is equal to x plus y. Take the addition of these two numbers and assign the value of the result to the variable c. For example, here 14.0 plus 4.0, and the result will be 18.00000. In this way, we studied about two types of arithmetic, that is integer type arithmetic and floating point arithmetic. Then next we are going to see next operator, and that next operator is nothing but assignment operator. Assignment operator. This is very important operator in C programming language. Assignment operator are used to assign the result of an expression to a variable or variable name. The most common assignment operator is this. In mathematics, this operator is used for equality operator, but here this symbol is used here for assignment operator. Meaning of this is nothing but suppose A is equal to 7, but in C programming we have to read like this, say value 7 is assigned to A. Value 7 or 7 is assigned to A. Not A is equal to 7 is not allowed here. For this purpose, this operator use, and this is called equality operator. This operator is called equality operator. Therefore, meaning of both the operator are different. Here value 7 is assigned to A, and here value of A is 7, or A is equal to 7 and 7 is assigned to A. In this way, there is a difference between these two operators. The operator evaluate the expression. Suppose here A plus B and we write here C. This is the expression and this is identifier or variable name. C is the variable name and it is called identifier, and A plus B is expression. Here this operator, assignment operator, evaluate the expression on the right and assign the value to the variable name on, variable value of result to a variable which is on left. Okay. Now see some more examples. If we write here x is equal to 3, but remember that in C programming we have to read like this, 3 is assigned to x, not x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 is in mathematics, but 3 is assigned to x is in C programming. In this way, this is the assignment operator. This assignment operator assign the value 3 to variable or variable name on the left of the expression. Now, second example, sum is equal to, one more example, A plus B. Here A plus B is the expression. Meaning of this is sum of A plus B is assigned to variable name sum. Sum is the variable name. This sum is variable name, and here sum of A plus B is assigned to variable name. Okay. Now again here remember that x plus is equal to 5, one more operator, and we can take another example, so like this, A plus is equal to C minus B or B minus C, whatever it may be. What is the meaning of these two? See here number 5 will add number 5 to the value of x, or we can write this x is equal to x plus 5. Value of 5 is add to value of x and then assigned to x. And here first evaluate B minus C and then add the result to the value of A. Okay. Now further we are going to see additional assignment operator. That means C programming languages also contains 5 additional assignment operator, and these assignment operator is, this one is plus, first operator, this is additional, or these operators are called shorthand operator. One, two, three, 4, 5. These are 5 additional assignment operator in C programming. These operators are called as shorthand operator. Shorthand operators. Consider first operator. this one. Okay. Now the assignment expression for this operator is expression 1 is equal to expression 1 plus is equal to expression 2. This is the first operator. Meaning of this operator is expression 1 is equal to expression 1 plus expression 2. That means what? Make the addition of expression 1 and 2 and then assign the value of the result to the expression 1. Similarly, expression 1 into like this. Expression 2. That's what is the meaning of this? Expression 1 into expression 2. Make the product of two expression 1 and expression 2 and then assign the result to the variable name expression 1. Okay? In this way, shorthand operators are used. Remember that shorthand operators are easy to write, concise and easy to read. Statement of such operator are more and more efficient. Okay. Suppose that, consider the example of first operator. Suppose again there are two variables. Suppose variable I and variable j. These are the two integer variable and having value I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 5. Again there are more two variables f and g. These two variables are floating. These are the integer variables and these are the floating variable. That means these the variable hold the integer value, that is whole number. These variable holds full number, whole number or integer value. And while these variables are floating point variable and these variables holds real values, that is f is equal to like 5.5 and g is equal to minus 3.25. Okay. Now see here how these value operate. Related to this, we are going to see what the values of this expression. First expression is like this, I plus is equal to 5. This is the expression. Take second expression, f minus is equal to j. Take third expression, j into is equal to another I minus 2. Then take one more expression, f by is equal to 3. And last expression, I percentage modulo is equal to j minus 2. These are different types of expression. Now equivalent expression, these are the symbolic, but what is the equivalent expression? We are going to see equivalent expression. For this, I is equal to I plus 5. This is the equivalent expression for I plus is equal to 5. Then second expression is also very simple, f is equal to f minus g. Okay, that is take the difference between two variable, floating point variable f and g, or take the subtraction of these two variable and then assign the result. In first add the 5 to variable I and then assign to variable I. Then third one is j is equal to j into I minus 2. Take the difference between, subtract number 2 from the integer value I and take the product of this with value of j and then assign the result to j. Third one is f is equal to f by 3. That is value of f, whatever it may be, then divide the value of, divide by 3 to the value of f and assign the result to f. And last one is very simple, f is equal to modulus I modulus j minus 2. Then here subtract 2 from the value of j and take the remainder operator with I and assign the result to I. I. Then what is the final value? Note that value of I is 3, value of j is 5, value of f is 5.5 and value of g is minus 2.25. Then what will be the result of this? Value of I is 3. 3 plus 5, that is final value is 8 and 8 is assigned to I. Then f minus g, what is value of f and g? F minus g, that means minus minus plus, and the result of addition of these two like this, f 5.5 minus 3.25. Meaning of this is very simple, 5.5 minus minus plus 3.25 and therefore final result is 8.25. Then here, what is the final value? Value of j is 5, okay, and value of I minus 2, I is value 3, minus 2, 3 minus 2, that is 1, okay, and 1 into 5, the result is 5 or final value is 5. Now here value of 5 is what? 5.5 and when we divide 3 to 5.5 we have the result 1.83333. And last, j is equal to 5. J minus 2, 5 minus 2, that is 3. 3 divided by 3. 3 divided by 3, what is the remainder? 0. Therefore, these are the final values. In this way, we studied the assignment operator. Now, next operator, which is also very important in C programming language, and that is increment operator. Increment and decrement. Increment and decrement operators. There are two spatial and-or operator. There are two spatial unarray operator. Two spatial unarray operator in C programming language. Increment operator, that is plus plus, and decrement operator, that is minus minus. These are two spatial and/or operator which causes plus plus and minus minus causes the variable they act on to be incremented or decremented by 1 respectively. And I already told you that these operators are an array operator. For example, first I plus plus, meaning of this is what? I is equal to I plus 1. Meaning of this is, or I minus minus, meaning of this is I is equal to I minus 1. This is the comment. This is the comment. This is also a comment. Comment gives the, comment describes the meaning of these operators. Now, these operators can be used these operators can be used in prefix or postfix notation. Prefix and postfix. We know very well the difference between prepaid and postpaid. What happen in prepaid? First of all, we have to paid firstly and then we can use. And in postpaid, we can use regularly and after sometimes we are going to pay. This is the difference between just like that. Just like prepaid and postpaid, that is, there is a prefix and postfix. In prefix notation, this is prefix notation and this is postfix notation. Prefix notation and postfix notation. What is the difference between prefix? This is prefix and this is postfix. What is the meaning of these? In prefix notation, the value of the variable I is either incremented and is then read, while in postfix notation, that is I plus plus, the value of I is read first and is then incremented. Or we can say that, suppose this I is equal to I plus 5. Meaning of this what? Read the value of I first. This is written like this, I plus 5. Read the value 5 first and then incremented. But here plus I is equal to 5. Here I is either incremented and then read. And here I is read first and is then incremented. Okay. So these operators are very useful in the program like this. Suppose we write the program for a circles and that circles, radius of that circles are going to increase by 1 repeatedly. Suppose first circle is drawn like this. Now when we write the second circle, then radius of second circle is, suppose radius of first circle is I, second circle I plus 1, third circle I is equal to I plus 1. That means we are going to draw the number of circles and it is noticed that the radius of the circle goes on increasing by 1 and this is the repetitive manner. Now such type of program, instead of writing the syntax or instruction again and again, rather than we can use the prefix or postfix notation in increment and decrement operator. Now the last operator is a relational operator. Relational operator. Relational operators are used to compare arithmetic, logical and character expression. We have to compare two quantities and depending upon relation take some decision. The comparison can be done with relational operator. Each of these operator compare their LHS with their RHS. What I say, each of these operator compares their left hand side with their right hand side. The whole expression involving the relational operator then evaluates to an integer. If evaluate to 0, if condition is false, and if you evaluate it to 1, then condition is true. When condition is true, then the relational operator related to 1, and when conditional is false, then relational operator a value to 0. Okay. Now see the list of relational operator and after then we are going to see examples. There are operators like this and meaning of every operator. We tabulate this. First operator is this. This is called less than operator. If we are having two number, 5 is less than 2, this is wrong and therefore 0 is assigned to it. If 2 is less than 5, we know value of 2 is less than 5. This is true and we assign or we evaluate this expression for 1. So this is the less than, meaning is less than. Then less than, this is greater than. Second one is, sorry, not greater, less than or equal to. In mathematics, we always represent the less than equal to symbol like this, or the operator in mathematics is represented by this, less than or equal to. 10 is less than or equal to 10. This is true. Less than or equal to. Then greater than. It here less than or equal to. This is greater than. Then this is greater than or equal to. Then last one is this equality operator and second last and this is last. This is equality equal to. Suppose 10 is equal to 10. But we write here 10 is not equal to 9. 10 is not equal to. Therefore, these is not equal to. This is operator for not equal to. So these are the operators and this is the meaning of each and every operator. Note that these two, last equal to and not equal to, these are also known as equality operator. And in every operator it is note that the associative of these operator is from left to right. I am again going to repeat because this is very important. Note that the associativity is operator is from left to right. Okay. Now we are going to see the examples of this relational operator. If there are three variables I, j and k and value of these variables are 2, 4 and 6. That means what? I is equal to 2, j is equal to 4 and k is equal to 6. Okay. Then several relation expression can be occurs like this. I is less than j, I plus j is greater than or equal to k. Next one, j plus k is greater than I plus 10. Then another expression may be like k is not equal to 6. Then j is equal to 4. There are variety of expression, these and more. But here we are going to see only some of the examples. And note that here there are three special variables I, j, k and all these are integer variables and these expression gives the different type of relation among them. Then what is the interpretation of every expression? These are the expression and here we are going to interpret them, interpretation. And last, value. What will be value? See here, what is the value of I? 2. And what is the value of j? 4. Is 2 is less than 4? Value of I is 2 and value of j is 4. Is 2 is less than 4? Yes, true. Interpretation gives true. Then we assign 1. Then I plus j, that is 6, is greater than or equal to k. 6 is equal to or greater than, what I say, 6 is greater than or equal to 6. Yes, true. Then we are going to assign the value 1 for that, or we evaluate the expression for 1. Now j is equal to k. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. And here I plus 10. 2 plus 10, 12. Is 10 is greater than 12? No, wrong. This is false. And we assign the value 0. Here k is not equal to 6. But here k is, value 6 is assigned to k. Value of k is 6. And here, what this expression tells us? This expression tells us that value of k is not equal to 6, but it is equal to 6. And hence this expression is false and value assigned 1. Then is the value of, here j is equal to 4. J is equal to 4, not j is assigned to 4. J is equal to 4. Yes, true. And we assign the value 1. In this way, we studied the relational operator. In next lecture, we will study the conditional operator and logical operator. Okay, till then we shall stop here. Have a good day.